when you get rid of probably one of the most creative midfielders that this country's seen in the last 10 years, David Silva, and you don't replace him, I think that's always going to cause a problem. The heir to his throne, Phil Foden's not been playing enough football for me. I think we see elements of David Silva in his game, but he's not being given enough opportunities. I think last night was his 50th game for the club, and I'd like to see that extended massively over the next years. I feel when you've got a top striker like Aguero, if he's fit and he's playing, you're going to score goals. He's missed 33 games in the last 2 seasons, and that's extended to 45 in the last 3.
Yeah.
I think Manchester City and Manchester City fans need to get used to seeing Aguero not playing for Manchester City. And if that is said, is Jesus the right man for the job? For me, he's not scoring enough goals. I like him. I think his work rate is superb, but he's not scoring enough goals. They've replaced other players. You know, Leroy Sané left. They've brought in Ferran Torres. I think that's a good like for like, and I think there's a lot of improving to do for Ferran. But when you look at what's going on with the striking situation, they've got 2 strikers. You can't start bringing Liam Delap into that because he's a baby. I know
Of course, yeah.
For me,
have they got enough to maintain a title challenge, Trevor? Be honest with me.
Going off Aguero's stats and the games that he misses, and obviously in the games that he plays, some of them games he's coming back from injury, so he's not going to be 100%. If you go off that, I think you definitely need to buy a new striker. For me, I'd go all out for Erling Haaland at Dortmund. I think he's got everything. I think he would suit the philosophy at Manchester City, and I think he would do the business. But just going on Pep's philosophy and the lack of freedom in that final third, I think out of all the things that Pep's brought to Manchester City, that's one thing that it kind of grates me a little bit, because when you're talking about creativity in that final third, sometimes you need to let the players do what they feel. It's not something you can write in a manual. It's not something you can train out.
But
you
Trevor,
need that creativity.
With or without Haaland, are they in this title race?
Listen, if they had Haaland, they'd definitely be in this title race.
With or without him, though? Say they don't get him, and the likelihood is they wouldn't.
I don't think they can compete with the squad they've got, with the striking options at the moment.
Wow, there you go. You see, and I'm amazed. So at the start of the season, you would never have thought you'd be saying that in this studio to Simon and myself.
Absolutely, but did we know that?
Is that acceptable?
Did we know that Aguero? Well, I've said it since the start of the season. They need more backup in that centre forward role. Now, Ferran Torres played there. Yeah, it's round pegs in square holes.
Yeah.
You look at Raheem's played up there. Even Mahrez has played centre forward in that number 9 position. It's an expertise position. You need to know how to do it, and you need to be an out-and-out number 9. These are round pegs in square holes. For me, they need to go all out and spend some money in the January transfer window, which is 2 weeks, by the way, or less, and try and get a striker that can go in there and do a good job, and preferably one who's over 5'8", because I think they need that option for a plan B.